What's going on, guys? So today is going to be a little bit different from my typical travel video. I want to give you guys some updates on things that have been happening the last 6 months and some changes that might be happening moving forward. To give some context, I want to go back all the way to when I started this YouTube channel, which was around 45 months ago, just under 4 years. I decided to go full-time in June of 2019, and since then I have made weekly videos every single week, with the first 24 to 36 months of that time being 2 to 4 uploads a week of long format videos. And then in the last 12 to 18 months, I gradually went down to 1 video a week. But in the entire 45 months, I've never missed a weekly upload on the channel. And if I'm just being completely honest and transparent, I am so burnt out, I'm so exhausted, and I am so just tired in general. I'd like to bring up a video that I've watched a few times over the last few years, and as of lately, this is something I relate to on a very deep level. So this is a video of Casey Neistat talking about burnout while he did 800 videos of daily vlogging. In his own words, Casey thought burnout was only for weak people. And after a few years of daily vlogging, he admitted to how absolutely burnt out he was. And for him, that meant that he was just angry all of the time. He was angry 24/7. He didn't socialize at all, enjoy time with his wife, and he was just never present in the moment. All Casey thought about 24/7 was work, and when he wasn't working, he felt like he was pretend living, and he was just always looking how to utilize every factor and moment of his day-to-day life for content and more work. And while he was trying to make everything vloggable, he said he started to just go crazy, making him a hollow shell of a human. I'll link the full video down below, so if you want to see everything that he said about burnout in this video, but I can't tell you how much I relate to every single thing he says in this video, which is kind of crazy because I just watched this video again this morning, and similar to him, I never thought I'd get burnt out. I've been kind of a workaholic my entire life from my parents and from my early years of working, kind of just developed into kind of the hard worker that I am today. But like Casey says, I think there's just a breaking point when you just can't keep operating at the capacity that you are, and burnout hits you like a concrete wall. And lately, I've definitely somewhat felt kind of like a shell of a human, only looking at the future and how I can work more today to have a greater future ahead. I haven't really been present. I haven't held as deep of relationships as I would like to. All I think about every waking second is work. Now, there is a good chunk of time over the last 4 years that I've had editors who have helped me with some of the videos on the channel, which was extremely helpful, but around 8 to 10 months ago, I decided not to have any more editors because I just wanted every single thing to be put out at an extremely high quality, and no one's going to put in as much effort as yourself. So in that time frame, every single thing you have seen has been solely edited and done by me. And that's from the filming to the editing to the color grading, storytelling, script writing, SEO and tags, thumbnails, everything. The list just goes on. It's all just been me working on all of this. And something that you guys don't really see on the channel, and something I don't really talk about at all on the channel, 7 years ago when I started my journey as a full-time photographer and filmmaker, I've been doing commercial work since I started, and I have never stopped. So even when I decided to go full-time on YouTube, I haven't sacrificed any actual work that has nothing to do with YouTube. So really, when I decided to go full-time on YouTube, I was also staying full-time on my commercial work and production business. So there have been some weeks where I work 80 to 120 hours a week, and most of the time, there's never a day off. If there's a day off, it's because I procrastinated because I was just so stressed out from burnout, but really there hasn't been a day off ever. You know, I just don't really take days off. I always try to utilize every single day as much as I can. Since I joined the YouTube Partner Program, I have been making money on YouTube, and it's been awesome for around the last 18 months or so, but this is not where I make my living. I make the majority of my income from my business, and Bree and I also run a media and production business where we do all of our commercial work, and this is pretty much where all of my money and our money is made. There are some clients that we work with very closely on a yearly basis, a monthly basis, and some clients we work with on a weekly basis. And on top of those clients, we take a lot of one-off jobs when people reach out for commercial work if it's a good fit for our interest and the type of work we like to do. So with all of this work, you know, you're handling contracts, invoices, agreements, prep sheets, gear list, timetables for shoots, and all these things for all these different jobs at once with all sorts of long email communication chains. And then on top of that, making sure that there's a YouTube video done for myself every single week. And pretty much every single moment that isn't spent on actual work is spent thinking about work. So it's been all consuming. And I'd like to thank every single one of you that's watching this video right now, any of you that are subscribed to the channel, and any of you that have spent any time watching any of the videos that I've created over the years. Creating on YouTube has been one of the hardest but most amazing and wildest rides I have ever been on as a creator, and I really don't see myself stopping for the foreseeable future. But for now, I do need to acknowledge that there is a chance that there are going to be some weeks that are missed, and there's going to be some times that I might miss a weekly upload. Right now I have a to-do list of videos that I want to edit for YouTube that have been filmed over the last 4 years. That's kind of how backlogged it is, and since we continue to travel for work full-time, the list just keeps growing. So there's a lot of stuff that might not make it onto the channel for a while, and there was some climbing videos I just put out that were actually filmed a year ago, and some things from our road trips that were filmed 3 or 4 years ago. And this is why sometimes if you're scrolling through my channel, it may seem all over the place. You know, you might go from a video of Utah to a video in Dubai to a top 10 to a rock climbing vlog. It's really because on this long to-do list of videos, I just have some of the videos that are low-hanging fruit, and I know they're a little bit easier to edit and not as complex as some of the other video edits. So typically this is how I've been struggling to make the weekly limit I've set for myself. And when I started YouTube, I did it as a means to find freedom as a creator, financial freedom because of the scalability of YouTube, and a place where I can just have video memories of all of these adventures that I'm having. And these are video memories that I hope to watch over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and eventually show me and Bree's kids and grandkids one day. And as much as I love every single video that I've put out and published, lately on the back end of making it happen, there has just been no enjoyment whatsoever, and it's just been nonstop stress trying to make a weekly schedule. And I'm sure every creator can relate to this. When you stop posting videos or stop posting on social media, when you're trying to grow a business as a creator, you're worried because it might lead to less views, which might lead to less subscribers, which might lead to the algorithm stopping pushing your page. And also, ultimately, that's going to mean you get less work or less commercial work on the other side of things that may come from YouTube. So this video is a long-winded way of saying I am so burnt out and I am so exhausted, and I want to take a step back and realign with myself. And I want to make sure that moving forward, YouTube and forcing myself to meet a weekly upload doesn't continue to affect my mental health, because lately it has been a rocky road the last few months. Last night, Bree and I spontaneously booked 2 tickets to Switzerland. We leave in 36 hours. We were on the Google Flights kind of search map, and the cheapest international flights we could find were to Zurich. So we decided to take a spontaneous 10-day trip to Switzerland. We're not going for work. We're not going for YouTube. We're not going for any objectives or things we want to shoot. We don't even have a clue what we're doing, and we're about to leave. We're just kind of going back to our roots and booking a spontaneous trip and remembering why we love creating and doing what we do. So on this trip, I might film, I might not. You guys may see a Switzerland video next month. You guys may see a Switzerland video in 2 years based on if I can get around to editing it. I'm not really sure, but either way, I just want to say thank you again for sticking around for the channel. I really hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I hope you can understand, but for all creators, if you are getting burnt out, gotta put your mental health first. And this is kind of where I've just hit my breaking point of making sure I am taking care of myself alongside sharing all of these videos that I love putting together for myself and for you guys. So anyways, thank you so much, guys. I will catch you later.